Hi there. In this lesson we will learn about how to draw gradients in Adobe Photoshop. You have to use gradient tool to draw gradients in Adobe Photoshop. There are many places within Photoshop where gradients are used. The gradient tool creates a gradual blend between multiple colors. You can choose from the presets of gradient fields or you can create your own. You can fill text and shapes with gradient. You can colorize a photo using gradient map, image adjustment, or add the color effect with gradient overlay layer style, and many more use of gradients are available. So let's take a look on entire process how it will work with gradient, and this is the chapter for learning gradient in Adobe Photoshop. So at first I want to show you the direct use of gradient, and you can take a look. We already have a blank document in our Photoshop and we will apply the direct gradient effect in this blank document, and therefore we have to use the gradient tool, and we will get the gradient tool inside our tool panel. So this is our tool panel and here is the gradient tool. So let me click on this gradient tool and you can take a look. Here is the settings for gradient. If you use the latest version of Adobe Photoshop, then you will get different type of presets for gradient. So let me show you how you will draw a gradient in this blank document. You just have to draw a line for creating gradient in here, and you can take a look. We already have the gradient in our blank document, and if you want to change the direction, then you can draw some more lines. So let me draw a lines in here, and you can take a look. The direction of gradient is changing. So let me draw a line straightly over here, and we can take a look. The gradient is changing. So this is the direct use of gradient, and let me show you the presets of gradient. So you just have to click on here. Let me click on here, and this is the pop-up for gradient editor. And as I told you before, that if you're using the latest version of Photoshop, then you will get different type of presets for gradient, and you can take a look. We have the first folder called basics. So let me open this first folder. We have 3 presets in here, and already we applied the gradient in our blank document. So if you want to go for blue color gradient, then you have to open the blue folder, and here is the presets. So let me select one presets from here. So let me click on here and let me click OK, and now let me draw a line, and you can take a look. We got new gradient effect in our blank document, and let me click once again in here. If you want to change the color for your preset, then you can do it easily. So let me show you. I want to use red color instead of this sky blue color, and I will use red and cyan color as our gradient. So let me double click on here and let me pick the red color. So here is the red color, and I want to pick the red color, and let me click OK. Okay, we can take a look. We got the new color in here, and let me click OK. And now I will draw a line in our document, and you can take a look. We got the red and cyan color gradient. So this is how it will change the color for gradient. Now I am going to show you how you will apply the gradient in text. We just seen that we applied the gradient in blank document, and right now we will apply the gradient in text. So let's take a look how you will apply the gradient in text.